it's Mads and welcome back to my channel. Hi, how are you? For those of you who are new to my channel, hi, my name is Mads and I make DIY videos every week. Everything from DIYing my own hair, coloring and cutting it, to making over my grandma's house. And for the rest of the year, you are getting 2 DIY videos over here on this channel, right in time for the holiday season. And today we are DIYing our own version of the stunningly beautiful, so cute and precious gingerbread doormat. I am so excited for this one. Let's jump right in. Here's what you'll need to make your own gingerbread doormat. Starting with cutting tools, I'd recommend an X-Acto or a craft knife and a pair of scissors, just to make sure you can get any details done, but you can cut through the backing of your mat. Next, you're gonna want some type of ruler or tape to help you map out elements, but also to make sure you can get straight lines. And as for paint, you can either use a wide tip acrylic paint pen or just a straight acrylic paint and a foam brush. I'm also bringing out my cutting mat, but you could use anything, cardboard or anything that you don't mind cutting onto. And of course, you're gonna need a blank doormat. I was lucky enough to find one that was blank and unused secondhand. You could totally get a similar one on Amazon or your local hardware store, and they're fairly cheap. Starting on the back side of the mat, I'm making landmark points to help create the overall shape of the house. I did this by taking the original measurements and breaking it down into halves and thirds and marking those points along the perimeter and center of the mat. This is to really just help me visualize the proportions and help me get a clear idea of the direction I'm gonna go. I really recommend making at least the center points and marking the thirds points along. It really helps you get a clear vision of what's going on. And if you're designing this all yourself, it really aids in that. After marking everything, you can begin designing your elements. For me, I knew I wanted to cut out a peak and a chimney, and I also knew I wanted to create some sort of roof shape, so I started there. I ended up knocking the corners off the roof and thinning out the sides just to add more shape and really make it look like a house. So I've got everything mapped out shape-wise. Now that I'm happy with the base design, I can go in with my X-Acto knife and get cutting. I'm gonna cut away all the sections that I've X'd out. That way I know what I need to cut and what is staying, and I'm gonna curve all the edges that I've curved as well as I've marked them. Love the way this has turned out. My edges are flipping up a little bit. It was rolled up, but I think it looks really cute. I just used the scissors to kind of clean up the edges and make them a little crisper. I really love the way it's looking, but we have a problem. I was just testing out the paint pen, and it looks nice, but it is not enough color payoff at all. I just found this bare pot of primer that I have and a sponge brush, and I'm gonna go back in on all the edges with this to thicken it up and just use the paint pen to like trace where I want like the details and stuff to go. Like that. Let's look at this difference. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, this is for sure what we need to do. Okay, look at that difference. This is the paint pen after like 2 minutes of me trying to scribble it, and that's just 2 seconds of the paint being dabbed on. Yeah, we're definitely going to do this paint dab instead of just the pen. And the first thing I want to do is do all of my edges nice and thick using this. Kind of look like there's snow on all of the edges. Once you've established your outline and know the shape you're going to be, it's really easy to add in your landmarks that you know you want to be thicker. I started with the roof line and then moving on to the rest of the outline of the house. And I found it really useful to use my ruler or tape to make sure I got all of these things straight and level.
A really bad day. Right here, it's gonna be okay. The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay.
After getting the outline established, I wanted to add details. I started with these shingles. I did use math here to make sure I was getting an even amount on each side and got a good pattern, but you could go in with any shape here. I've seen really cute brick ones or just straight rectangles here, or you could color this in and make it fully snowy. If you're struggling to come up with designs or you don't know quite where to start, I recommend looking up different versions online. There are tons of references that you could get inspiration from or take elements from and put them together to make your own. I also recommend doing a mock-up on a scrap piece of paper if you're struggling to put ideas together, or if you're feeling unsure and you need more guidance. Really taking the time to map things out helps. You can be as free or as calculated as you want here. This is your project. Do what feels right to you and helps you get creative.
I know it hurts, it wasn't fair. It's over now, so don't despair. The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be okay. If all the blue skies fade to gray, we're gonna be okay. The world could fall down.
I knew I wanted some rounded windows, so I'm using the edge of my tape to create that shape and my ruler to add in the straight edges. I found that using these materials creatively really helped me get what I wanted in the end. And where you want things to have more impact or look thicker, go in with a few layers of paint. I really made sure where I knew I wanted it to look like snow had landed were really thick and opaque, and then some of the details to be lighter to add contrast and depth.
We're gonna be okay.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I am so happy with how this turned out. It is so super cute, and what a fun little afternoon holiday craft. I think this is so easy and so approachable, and there are so many different ways you can do this. I've seen people do condos, mansions, multiple houses in one. There are so many fun and creative ways you can do this. If you do attempt it, please tag me over on Instagram or on TikTok. I would love to see you there. And if you've made it this far in this video and you liked this video, give it a like. If you liked me, please consider subscribing. I will see you guys on Sunday. And again, I'm doing double DIY videos for the rest of the winter, and Vlogmas starts on December 2nd. I will see you guys then. Bye.